Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's well. This upload, I want to go over Mississippi. There's some crazy stuff going on in the great state of Mississippi. Let's get into it.
Fact or mythology. Sightings of mysterious creature killing animals in Mississippi countryside reported. A small-town Mississippi newspaper recently received reports from local residents about a mysterious creature killing animals in the countryside. Below is the account as published in the October 21, 2021 edition of the Woodville Republican in Wilkinson County. Is a chupacabra killing animals in northeast Wilkinson, Q. This newspaper received a call this past week from 10th District resident Johnny Smallwood with several reports of the mythical chupacabra killing animals in northeastern Wilkinson County. Smallwood said he has spoken to several residents in that portion of the county who have had animals mysteriously killed. He said one resident had a goat killed. The animal's body was left uneaten, and it had 2 holes in its neck like something had sucked the animal's blood. The second animal death was a small donkey killed near a residence on the Buffalo Road. The third report Smallwood reported happened on the Silver Creek Road, where several dogs got into a fight with some strange animal. They fought something that got under the owner's car and tore up the underside of the vehicle, said Smallwood. And, finally, he said that several years ago an area resident had several small colts killed. He said the owner reported that their blood had been sucked from the young horses. They told me the animal that killed the colts was heavy-shouldered, said Smallwood. What is a chupacabra? Chupacabra, in Latin American popular legend, is a monstrous creature that attacks animals and consumes their blood. The name is derived from the Spanish words chupar, to suck, and cabra, goat, and can be translated as goatsucker. As a fearsome, but probably non-existent creature, the chupacabra has been characterized as the southern equivalent of the Sasquatch. The chupacabra only recently joined the vampire in the bestiary of blood-sucking creatures. Chupacabras were first reported in 1995 in Puerto Rico, where they were blamed for attacks on goats, sheep, and other domestic animals, supposedly leaving uneaten carcasses that were drained of blood. Early reports described a creature that stood upright and resembled a large reptilian kangaroo with huge red eyes. No actual specimens were found, and skeptics suggested that witnesses may have been influenced by the Hollywood science fiction horror film, Species, 1995, which features a monster of similar appearance. But other sightings were reported throughout the Americas and as far north as the United States. A different type of chupacabra was also reported in many of the same places. These chupacabras were smaller and stood upon 4 feet. They were generally canine in appearance but hairless. Actual specimens were produced, but they were identified by biologists as coyotes, dogs, or canine hybrids. The animals owed their strange appearance to hair loss resulting from mange, an infestation of the mite Sarcoptes scabiei. It was suggested that the canines attacked livestock because the debilitating effects of the infestation put wild prey out of their reach. The chupacabra soon found its way into popular culture. Both types of the creatures served as monsters in low-budget motion pictures. Whether the chupacabra exists in Wilkinson County is still up in the air. This newspaper investigated similar creature reports in the Donegal area of this county, but never uncovered any firm evidence that the creature actually existed or whether it was a canine with a severe case of mange. Who knows what the facts and truth really are? Strange creature killed in Mississippi. Simpson County, Mississippi, WLBT. A Simpson County man says he's been hunting for 50 years, but recently killed something he's never seen before. It's an ugly-looking beast, Truett Barnard said. I know it's not a coyote. I've killed some mangy coyotes too, and I just haven't seen something quite like it. Friends and family believe this could be a chupacabra, which literally means goat sucker. Chupacabras are a legendary creature suspected of killing livestock and sucking their blood. A couple weeks ago in the middle of the afternoon, Truett was on his property in Simpson County just outside of Mendenhall, when a funny-looking animal walked through an open field about 130 yards away. He could immediately tell the animal didn't have any hair, but when he looked through his rifle scope, he knew this was something very strange. The animal's back legs were several inches taller than his front legs. His ears were rounded. He had no hair and his teeth were very long, said Truett's son Scott Barnard, and a group of buzzards wouldn't even touch it. I've never seen anything a buzzard wouldn't eat, Scott said. The mysterious animal has become popular around Mendenhall, and several people have reported sightings of strange animals since news of this one spread. I've seen several different things they say we don't have in Mississippi, Truett said, so finding this creature wasn't a big deal to him. Upright canine encounter in rural Mississippi. Werewolf sighting in rural Mississippi. There has been an increase of upright canine sightings throughout Mississippi in 2017. Many of the reports have come to me through Facebook and other social media. So, I never believed in the supernatural until I was like 18. Me and my friends played with a Ouija board, story for another time. Anyways, after the ensuing craziness from that escapade, I'm a full-on believer. On with the actual sighting. I live in a very rural part of Mississippi. I believe my town has something like 247 people in it. Everybody knows everybody. Weird things have happened before, like animals being slaughtered or going missing, that sort of thing. Naturally, we chalked it up to coyotes or other critters. I'm an avid hunter, so I was heading out to the woods with my bow, a fully decked out Matthews Creed. I got out a little earlier than usual, so it was still dark. I've never minded the woods before, so all I planned on doing was relaxing in my stand for a while, as I didn't feel like stalking today. It's not too far away from daylight, so the birds and other wildlife are starting to make their morning calls. Usually peaceful, right? I swear to God, in the span of a second, everything in that patch of woods shut up at the same exact time. Dead silence. It didn't even try to be subtle. That alone scared the piss out of me. So naturally, my scared self froze and just listened for anything. My first thought was, oh shit, something's out here with me, which freaked me out even more. Then I started to think maybe it was just a bear or a bobcat, which I still was terrified to meet up with. But at least it gave me a logical answer. I figured I could hear a bear coming, but I knew big cats were renowned for stalking people without their knowing, which scared the daylights out of me. I decided to keep moving towards my stand, post up, and just point my bow down the tree. After what seemed like forever, I freaking made it. I shuffled up the stand, pulled out my knife just in case, and just listened. Dawn was definitely breaking now, which made me feel better. Still no sounds of wildlife, which was getting more and more eerie. Now, my stand is perched on the side of a creek. The creek wasn't very deep, like maybe to the top of your ankle. About the only sound I could hear was the slight noise of the running water. Then I heard something to my right, and it is running fast. I instantly raise my bow and wait. It's getting louder and louder, closer as well. I almost screamed when I saw this bastard. It literally looked like something out of Dog Soldiers. This thing busted through the brush, ran down the slope and through the creek, then disappeared on the other side. I have seen some shit, let me tell you, but I was shaking like a newborn baby. I didn't ease off my drawstring for like 10 minutes, which is a long time to hold a bow. I mean, this thing was huge. Like 6 feet 5 inches, 7 feet 5 inches, 250 pounds. And I've seen bears and the like before. They do not run like that. Anyways, after that, the sun really started to show, and the birds started chirping. I had calmed myself down, so I got out of there in a hurry. Well, I was terrified at the time. It's going to be one of my coolest memories to look back on. I'm just going to move my stand and hunt elsewhere.
Well, there you go. What do you think? If you'd like to share an experience or an encounter, my email's in the channel description. What's your thoughts? Leave a comment. Thanks everybody for your time, and until next time.